let it go, let it go. Does that song annoy you? Then you might like this movie. Why the hell do I say that? Well, that character from Frozen, Olaf, he's voiced by Josh Gad. And he's in this movie, or a younger version of him is in this movie, and he gets eaten by a big old giant eel. So payback. So this talks of talking about the movie Razortooth, which is a 2007 TV movie, of course, about a giant killer eel. Now, the cover of this DVD looks fantastic, and the creature looks particularly scary. It kind of looks like an anglerfish. Is it in this movie? Little bit oversells, I have to say. So anyway, this movie is a very sort of hastily produced, tried and tested, you know, no frills Monster of the Week movie for kind of sci-fi movie, sci-fi channel, something along the lines of that basically. And it really has no real surprises in it. It really is the kind of the Jaws story, but just kind of you know, a B-movie version of it. Replace the shark with an eel. And it really focuses on this kind of small, sort of rural American kind of marshlands town. And they have this kind of, this giant genetically enhanced eel that's kind of swimming around the kind of the local area, eating the inhabitants and things like that. And of course, no one believes it, first of all. They just happen to think, oh, it's probably alligators or something. And it really comes down to the local sheriff and the kind of the fisheries and wildlife guy, and kind of a few sort of other sort of cannon fodder characters to try and stop this creature before it eats through the whole town. So there's no real kind of surprises, and there really isn't. This really is a proper by the numbers CGI Monster of the Week type film. No actual surprises. I was going to say, when I first started watching this film, I thought it might go a different route, because it actually opens with these two sort of convicts escaping prison. I thought, oh wow, is it going to kind of focus on these kind of the convicts as the kind of the main characters? Well, that's probably a little bit different. It might be a kind of you know, a different sort of take. You know, you're almost following the kind of the bad guys as such, or the kind of, or are they sort of misunderstood? But no, that's just kind of like a precursor to some other sort of human drama in the rest of the movie. But other than that, there's no real surprises here, unfortunately. All the characters are very kind of stock characters. Like I said, this does actually star a young Josh Gad, pre-Frozen, and he does, of course, get eaten quite horribly by the CGI beastie. The actual creature itself is kind of disappointing, because on the DVD cover it looks pretty horrific, I've got to say. It looks like an anglerfish, and it really kind of looks like, man, I kind of want to see that in a movie. But the actual, when you actually see the effects of it, it looks like a cartoon, unfortunately. The CGI is very, very cheap, and its design doesn't really reflect what we've kind of been given in the artwork here. It's a lot more, there's not as much to it. It kind of looks more like just a, not as much detail and things, so it kind of looks like a cartoon, and the way it's animated and everything is kind of cheap. This movie does have a relatively high body count, and you know, people are kind of getting eaten, but they just act in that typical kind of cheesy B-movie way, and it just follows so many tropes. I mean, it's so unoriginal, this movie. It's just literally so by the numbers. You have seen this movie 1,000 times, but you've just seen it with a different creature. Other than that, it's exactly the same, except this version, it's cheap, and you've got Josh Gad in it. So, I really can't recommend this movie unless you just really like this style of movie, or you really want to see Josh Gad get eaten. So, I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 10. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.